So this talk is gonna be kind of difficult to have because the thoughts that were initially presented, you know, it's been like weeks now. It feels like so. Kind of difficult to circle back now, but we have to make do with what we got, I guess. What you been up to though?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Same shit as always, man. Making money off of money runs.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I spoke briefly with Forehead. We had like a short chat, but we didn't want to talk too much because then we have to like reiterate. We felt it was better to kind of have the talk with you when you were around. So yeah, that's what that was about. I don't know, since I've kind of been gone this weekend, and I know you guys are around this weekend. I don't know if any more progress have happened, if you guys have solidified this merger already, or what's going on, if that's a thing, or have we waited to talk about it, or...
No, we've been waiting. I haven't even handed the USBs because we've been waiting, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we have to kind of figure out what we're gonna do going forward. So... Initially, I'm correct me if I'm wrong here, Ming, in anything I say here, but as I understand it, your idea was for the merger between these two crews to kind of go through. And I did a quick head count, and I think it's about like 12 people, some shit like that. 12, 13 maybe?
Is this something like that?
I think so. I mean, I don't know exactly who's
here's the
involved.
I
thing,
feel like
right?
there might be more now, no?
No, it depends if you're gonna count the... How are we counting this?
Sellers?
The sellers. Because sellers are technically part of the crew, but they...
No, sellers is not.
They work for
that doesn't
us.
count. That doesn't count.
Yeah. Oh,
They're agents. They're
like
different.
10 people then. 12 people.
Yeah. So just so I understand, the people we're talking about here. So Forehead, AK, Ming. Let me just...
Hello. Excuse me.
So Forehead, AK, Ming, Lamore, Fanny, Desmond, Julian, Future.
No, Desmond.
Oh, Desmond. Okay. What happened to the house though?
That's a good
It
question.
has
Yeah,
to
what
still
happens
be there.
Why no Desmond?
He's just old, you know. I don't think he'd, I think he wants to go separate ways, you know.
Okay, but then I think the question is important. Like,
Might have to
what's
transfer the
good
house to
with the
somebody
house?
else's name then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Might have to put the house in someone else's name.
Yeah.
Okay, so no Desmond. So we have to figure that part out. Okay. Forehead, AK, Ming, Lamore, Fanny, Julian, Future. Who else?
Jack.
Jack.
Zuck. Peter.
Zuck. Peter.
Anyone else?
The RJ?
RJ's, I don't know if did we ever like agree on RJ? But like, yeah, RJ potentially. Just put RJ's potential, I guess.
Kevin?
Kevin.
Kevin.
Dickhead.
Kel, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like RJ, so I have no problem with RJ. But I don't know if everyone agreed on it, so.
The issue isn't necessarily the people. I'm just kind of personally from a school where I think smaller is better than bigger, and right now we're looking at like a really big forming, which multiplies the variables of issues tenfold. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's not gonna work, but it's something we have to be aware of. Like, it's easier to start something and then work with people over time to incorporate them than to have people initiated from the get-go and then deal with it as it comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's where like the whole structure thing comes in, right?
Yeah. Okay, but so with these people then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 13 with Orye. Meaning someone is gonna have to sit out on the main app. That's one thing.
Well, okay, so here's another problem. Now, I have Pigeon on the main app because the grower has to be on the main app, right?
Yeah.
So Pigeon and Dick are both on the main app because they grow the strain.
Yeah, 2 people are gonna have to sit out on the main app. But all of this is kind of logistics. I'm just mentioning it so that we're aware of it.
Well, these are not big problems, but yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this we can solve, but I'm just so I understand kind of what we're doing.
So are
here.
we not able to have 2 computers?
No, we can.
We can.
So
We already have 2.
okay, then why not keep the main computer as we have now as the weed one, and then the other one be the heist one?
Yeah,
Well, we thought about
we
that,
already
right?
did
But
that
it would be more expensive to switch it over because everyone has to buy a chip.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
to,
so
but
we did.
then we have to buy, like, if we put the weed strain on the other computer, we have to buy a new strain, we have to buy the turf again, we have to...
No. All you have to do is buy the turf, and okay. So here's how it works, right? The people on that app also buy low sow as a turf, and then we give them the weed to sell, and it's the same strain being sold. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It works the same way.
But we already we used Futures app to buy the turf on their app.
Yeah.
So that's been done.
It's already
The
done.
logistical problem is just that the main app will only have 12 people on it, and we're technically 11, because we have one from the outside too. So 2 people are gonna have to sit out. So it's just something to be aware of. The other thing is, like, I think we're doubling the size of our crew, if not more. It's probably more actually. And for me personally, like, I don't mind doing this, but it creates a lot of logistical questions in my head, because I'm a very I mean, you know how I work at this point, right? So I try to find problems so that I can assess them, basically. And there's, with so many people in a group and so many different variables, and especially, I mean, for you guys it's easier, right? Because you know everybody, but I can't vouch for everybody in our group. So I have no idea if someone's gonna do some really dumb shit. And if people do really dumb shit, then everyone in the group are responsible for the dumb shit they do. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. I just had this conversation with the guy we stole the shit from.
Oh yeah? How did that go?
The company. Because, okay, so Mike is normally the person that we buy the money rolls from. And he's normally up in Sandy selling, right? But the people who try to rob us, they're like a different branch of the same, the company shit. So I tried to explain to him, like, if their group is doing something, chances are we could have been up in Sandy running their fucking pockets because of what they tried to do.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, that's like one big thing for me that really worries me, because I mean, I know you guys, and I know you guys, I mean, you can do some dumb shit, but there's a limit to your stupidity with those decisions. Well, I shouldn't say stupidity, but craziness, rather, right? But I don't know if that's true for everyone else in the group. Like, the other day, like, Future was having some fucking argument with Orye, and he just popped off like hard. And that's all fine, but if bitches be tripping and they can't be untripped, then that's gonna cause problems in the future.
Well, it's a feature, Feature, tends to, he argues and shouts a lot, but he comes to sense.
Before the conversation isn't about specific
no,
people. I'm talking everybody.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So my question is, like, with all these people, do you guys think that we could run something that's more than just kind of like a street level gang? Because I don't want to be doing that shit.
What do you mean you don't want to be doing shit?
Like, I have bigger ambitions than to just be just a street level thug. That's not where I want to end up.
Oh no, shit can definitely expand from it.
Yeah.
I think just having that as like a foundation to build on, though, in my eyes, it makes things a lot easier.
The thing is, though, right? You definitely need that aspect of your crew, though. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we do that is street level, right? Like, we have a turf that we run.
Sorry, okay, you're misunderstanding me. I'm not talking about the logistics of what that kind of person does. I'm talking about are we talking about people here that are like egomaniacs that are gonna be pressed about everything, and then we're gonna have to go fight people over some stupid shit? That's my question.
Not really, because I think maybe in a sense that something might happen, but I think everybody in the group, once they come together and have a discussion on why it's fucking stupid, I think they'll let it go. So we don't have to go out and do something.
Okay, listen, I'm just gonna be straight up, right? I mean, what you're saying will more than likely will happen in the future, right? Like, that shit definitely can happen with the people that we have. I'm not gonna lie to you. But at the same time, these people can also listen and fucking realize they fucked up, right? And not be fucking dumb.
I have no problem with it as long as we can assess a situation and people can grow from it. Then there's not a problem with me. But if we're talking about people that can't be molded in any way, shape, or form, then it's a problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These people can definitely like be molded. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going. There's no point of sitting here telling you there's not gonna be no problems. Listen, 1,000,000% there's gonna be problems in the fucking future.
Yeah, there's gonna be problems.
But we can definitely deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I mean, again, like I'm asking you guys because you know these guys better than me, so I don't want to sit 2 months down the line and deal with kindergartners that yell more than they open their ears, and it causes issues that can't be fixed. Because any group or any amalgamation of people will have problems. That's obvious, right? But the issue is how you handle those issues, right?
No, 100%.
And I'm also letting you guys know this because I want it to be said, so that if these kind of issues come up in the future, you guys aren't like feel like it's coming out of left field when I'm like, the fuck?
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think problems will definitely happen, especially when people are out and about and doing shit with people. But I think at the end of it, everybody will come back and realize that if they did fuck up, I think they can just let it go.
Yeah.
You know, they're not gonna like say fuck this. You know, he told me not to go and do it. Go out and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, what about the structure of the group? Like, what's your mindset there, Ming?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you have any preferences that you've thought about, or are you just like?
I don't have any preferences. I mean, everybody pointed towards me when they said leader, but I mean, I'm down for whatever. I don't really have a preference. I was just kind of there if it needed to be. Like sometimes somebody has to make that hard decision, right? That somebody doesn't fucking like, and you know, I got no problem with it. But I mean, I'm fine with this right here. No.
What do you mean this right here?
Well, when there's a problem, you know, 3 people just kind of come together and talk about it. You got 3 different perspectives.
Yeah, sure. I agree with that. What do you think, for it?
I mean, it's like you said before, right? Like, we had this meeting a while back, and obviously, so long ago, I don't really, like, have the same feeling. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to explain it, right?
Yeah.
But, listen, Ming, you know, you're my guy, you're my boy. And I think 90% of the time, I will agree with what you gotta say, you know? There's sometimes I disagree with you. And I think you're pretty stubborn. I said this to AK, so I want to say it to you as well, right? I don't want to say shit behind your back. I think at times you can be pretty stubborn. But most of the times you make the right choice, right? But there will be those times where you don't. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad thing to have a structure, especially with the amount of people that we have. It's gonna be a fucking mess otherwise.
Okay. So, any major decisions that we need to talk about, we talk about, and then we talk with the rest of the crew, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that. Like, at the end of the day, like, I personally don't want too much responsibility because, it's pretty simple. I'm not around all the time, and you kind of have to be.
You want us three here to have the, I guess, you know, the responsibility?
Who are you asking?
Well, everyone.
I mean, that's the idea. That's what we're talking about, yeah.
I mean, I think that's pretty fair, no? I think most of the group will listen to Us. No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think we all cover different things that need to be covered to kind of create a whole. So, I think that's the most logical route. Yeah, I think that makes sense, especially going in with new people, because these new people, they don't like me. So, or sorry, they don't know me.
Yeah,
So
they don't,
I don't.
They don't know you.
Sorry,
Not like
yeah, yeah, Swedish. It's a different word. Yeah, they don't know me, so it would feel weird for me to go in and you know have opinions on stuff when they don't know how I operate. So I think this kind of structure makes a lot of sense to me. I will say though, Ming, and I think I'm only saying it because I feel like it needs to be said. Like, I don't really fuck with Julian. I mean, I know you know this probably already, but
Yeah, I can tell.
Initially there wasn't like that much problem. Like, it's no big deal to me. But and to be clear, it's not that I don't fuck with him necessarily. It's that I don't fuck with how he goes about certain things.
What is it? Like, what is it?
Yeah. Well, when we
Is
had
it
the
because he
conversation,
tries too hard to do something, or?
well, okay, but that's number one for sure. But he kind of okay. You know when we had the meeting down there at the docks,
Yeah.
the way it felt to me in that meeting with what was put forward was that you, Fanny, and Julian had talked prior, and then you came to the meeting, and then Fanny put forward what you guys had talked about. And then she tried to get you to weigh in on the opinion, and when she couldn't do that, she did it herself. And then when the opinion wasn't received the way she wanted to, she turned to Julian for him to define it clearer. And it bothered me because it felt to me at the time, and it still feels to me, that he had opinions on matters that he shouldn't have opinions on, logically speaking. Like, he should not have been involved in the whole Hazel ordeal, for example. And then he's standing there talking about how Hazel was this and Hazel did that and but he wasn't around for 90% of it. And sometimes he kind of does this where he talks about things where he's not involved to the level that his opinion is formed, and it kind of it makes me not respect what he says sometimes. Does that make sense?
It feels like he's involving himself in something that he shouldn't.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah, you could say like that.
I think that's fair. I think he's just he just likes to talk. I don't really know what else to say about him. He just fucking talks.
Yeah, but if you like to talk, you also have to have some shit to say.
No, he doesn't. He can just fucking talk about nothing.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I put too much values into his words. It could be that that's kind of the issue here.
I mean, I see his point.
But I just wanted to have it said. Like, it's not an issue. Like, I'm an adult. I can work with people. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I don't really appreciate how he goes about things sometimes.
Okay, to be honest, I think it's better for you to just say this shit than fucking, you know what I mean, not say it. You know
yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
If that's how you feel about something, just fucking say it. It's way better than fucking keeping shit in and then fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. I should do that.
Yo, Churro, thank you for the 7 months.
Because that was the reason I'm bringing this up is because it was one of my initial like blunders too, where I was, am I gonna be in a situation where I'm gonna have to act on the opinion of him, which I'm not really comfortable with.
Wait,
but you're right.
In terms of what?
Well, because we didn't talk about the structure prior, right? So I had no idea what the amalgamation was. It could have been like that you thought that it should have been like you, Julian, and Fanny, for all I know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no. I mean, honestly, I get that there needs to be a structure, but personally, I just see that I think we just need to work towards a goal. I don't really see it as, I see it more as a collective than a one.
Yeah. No, I agree, Ming, but here's what's gonna happen, right? But now, yeah, everyone's working towards buying a house. But in the future, when there's another big decision to be made, and the structure wasn't set out, and everyone's fucking arguing about the dumbest shit there is, and no one has to say
Yeah.
shit.
Oh
and
no,
no
no,
one,
I know.
So that's why
100%, I
this is
agree.
a good thing to have from the get-go. So it's there from the start. There's no arguments about dumb shit afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think structure definitely needed, but I think this is a good way to do it, in my opinion. It makes the most sense. The reason I'm saying all these things is because it has been stuff that's been on my mind, and I feel like it's better to discuss it rather than to not. And you're right, Forehead, like I should talk to him about it. But
No,
I don't
100%.
want to.
I mean, I think in the past, this whole group, if anyone's ever had a problem with anybody, you just fucking tell them. You know, they might bitch and argue about it, but eventually everybody kind of comes together and we just kind of figure it out.
Yeah, no, you're right, for sure. Okay, and then I want to ask as well, like, what is this group?
It's the Besties, AK. What do you mean?
Oh, hell no. No, I'm gonna be real. We can't go with that name, guys. Come on, let's be
What?
the name, like, come on.
It kind of hard though.
When
Like,
you say what is this group, are you asking like what is it or like the name of it?
no, I'm asking what is it?
Hey, Future asked me this too, like, in terms of like, what is it? Is it a business, a group, or a gang? Is that the kind of thing you're asking?
That's what I'm asking.
I see it as all three.
Okay. So an organization.
Organization is
yeah.
a good way to put it, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm good with that. That works for me because then we can. I see, like, what I appreciate. There are a lot of cons with being a lot of people, but the pros are that because you have a lot of people, you can form different kind of slices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think the organization part definitely works with that shit. Okay. I mean, name and shit doesn't really matter to me as long as it's something I can stand for.
As long as it's not besties, I'm cool.
What do you mean?
What's
man? That's a
what's
good-ass
wrong
name.
with that?
Yo, there's no way you guys expect me to go out there and somebody asks me, yo, who you roll with, and I tell them besties, and then for me to then tell them a serious offer or deal, and then for them motherfuckers to take me serious. There's no way you guys believe like someone gonna take
But
it serious.
isn't it one of those things where like you have a fucked up name, but you're so respected in the streets that no one can talk about, and if they do, they get clapped.
And imagine getting
Like,
clapped by
you're-
the Besties, you know? It's
Yeah,
like,
you're like, imagine being like a gangster named like Barney. That's hard as hell if you are hard, but if you're not, it's kind of lame.
Bro.
But yeah, name whatever. I don't really.
Name don't matter for now. It will come to us eventually, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I also wanted to bring up, I touched upon it a bit earlier. The Hazer shit that happened, I know, I'm pretty sure we all have the same mindset, but that kind of shit can't happen again.
I think when we
it's
spoke
not-
about it, I think if it was anybody else, I don't think it would have happened the way it did.
Yeah, but it shouldn't happen to anyone in that way. It doesn't really matter. Like, I think it should have been handled differently. I'm not saying that it was necessarily like ultimately the wrong decision. It's just that I don't know. I think he definitely got really fucked on this.
Oh no, he definitely did get fucked up. I mean, I'm not gonna say he didn't, but
Yeah, but I mean, this is where structure comes in, no? Like with these kind
Exactly,
of things.
exactly. Stuff like I said, stuff like that, like when you're kicking someone out, that needs to be spoken to with everyone, right? Like, the guy needs to have a chance to defend himself. I mean, I think we already discussed this. Everyone agrees it's done the wrong way, right? So.
Yeah, but it needs to be said though, at least from my end. So that's what I'm bringing up. I also think to avoid kind of the issue we've been running into this past week and the week before that with like meeting up and talking about stuff, we need to have like a set day where we sit down and have a chat about shit.
I mean, we can do that. You know, it's just doesn't it just feel like old times?
No, I'm not talking about with the whole group.
I know, between us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the best day? Like Friday or some shit?
We
What-
don't have to
what's-
decide it here. I'm just bringing
Oh
it
yeah,
up.
okay.
It's because I think otherwise, like, this structure shit isn't gonna work if we can't. Because like sometimes I'll be doing other shit, and I mean you're around all the time for it, but it's yeah, it would be good to decide on a day and time, just for so that we don't have like 2 weeks where it goes like this.
Are we still doing a collection day kind of thing?
I think we totally should, yeah.
So,
Maybe
okay,
that's the day we do the meeting?
here's the real question,
Yeah.
right? Are we going to buy that big house, or are we going to buy multiple houses?
I think
Um,
multiple might be better.
'Cause now everyone's on board with doing this, right? Like it's settled, right? Now we move forward. Like I don't think buying that big house is that good of an idea, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think the one behind it.
I think we buy a smaller big house, and then we buy another house. It's like a stash house. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so there's a couple right next to it. There's
Well, just reverse a bit. Like right now, with everybody in the group, how many properties do we have?
4,
We
5.
have 4 properties. 5.
Okay, our house, Julian's house, Future's house. Well, I don't really. Okay, I mean, I got keys to Wong's house and Opera out of there too, but I don't really count that as part of our group. So I guess 3 houses.
Okay. What about Desmond's other house? Well, Desmond wasn't going to be in there, so I guess that's counted.
oh,
out.
we got a trailer up in Sandy as well. Kevin's got one.
So 4 houses.
Ooh. Okay.
Right, so you know, thank God somebody was smart enough to buy a trailer up in Sandy. You know.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
They're all sold out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they also.
I think we should. I think we should buy one more trailer if it goes on sale, like instant.
But which
yeah.
one do you want to buy? The fucking property? Because the $1 million one, I don't know. I like the idea of everybody being in one building, but it's too much.
no, we
risk,
get the
right?
one. We get the one behind.
Yeah, the Power Street 9.
7.
Right?
Yeah, the 700 or whatever. Yeah.
All right. And then do we work on getting the other ones around in?
I think it should go like this. We should start stacking money, and then if another trailer comes on sale, we buy that instantly. And then when we have a new trailer, then we start putting money into the big house.
Okay, but here's the problem, okay? Do we keep spending money on Bitcoin or no?
No, we have to divert a section
gonna
of the
split it
money
up.
that we earn. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense, okay?
So we could do like a 40-60 or 30-70 or whatever. But we're definitely gonna slow down our Bitcoin earnings.
Is
But eventually it'll start ramping up. You know, like
Yeah.